live. Oh boy.
We are live. Hello, everybody. This is Peter Pagliatti, and this is Making Comics and Art. Who knows what episode? I lost track. Today I have
Something or other.
Yeah. I haven't been doing any maintenance or whatsoever. I've just been focusing on my work, so I'm not keeping track yet. But it's 200 something.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, for a bunch of years. Inconsistently, but I've been doing it for a long time. But yeah, I have my old buddy Alison with us today.
How's it going? I'm hanging with my partner in crime, Peter Pagliatti.
Yes, indeed. And we're talking about the U.S. Sentinel.
Yeah, gonna check out my comic. Then my Kickstarter. And how much fun it will be and why everybody should back it. It has nothing to do with the fact that I just want your money. No, wait, that's not what I'm supposed to say.
Well, every Kickstarter wants your money.
Well, that's true. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that.
So you're working on one of the pages right now, coloring.
Yeah, I'm actually doing some color work, and I'm trying to figure out where the heck I put my. I have a gradient map on this thing someplace that I have turned on for some reason that shouldn't be turned on because I can't seem to grab the right color. Yeah, it keeps getting the wrong color. So I will figure it out. Just a matter of time.
So you want to tell people about the project?
Oh God, I gotta do that again? Yeah.
Well, it's a given.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. All right. So the campaign is pretty much this. I was calling it high flying martial arts in a broken world, and it's basically a. I'm gonna share that out. That's the wrong StreamYard. Let's do.
Actually, you know what? Can you share the Kickstarter?
It's exactly what.
Because if I do it, I'll probably crash. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I could do that. That could be funny because it'll like have this massive like Chrome tab. There we go.
I put the link to the campaign in the video description box.
Fantastic.
If you're watching.
So it's hit the goal. I'm pretty happy about that. I have the vast majority of the comic done. I got a few more pages I got to do, and I'm in the coloring process right now. Which I'm going with kind of like an old school style coloring look to it. And having a lot of fun with it. But the campaign is this: that high flying martial arts action in a broken world. So it's effectively kind of like a post-apocalyptic setting. In a world that's kind of like was our own world. I never really go into it of the full backstory, what happened. All there was a flash, and then the world changed. This flash of light covered the world, and then things suddenly changed. I'd like to say that I take my primary inspiration from such great novels as like the Book of the New Sun by I can't think of his name off the top of my head. It's some Gene something. I'll look it up real quick.
Gene.
Yep, Gene. I keep wanting to say Gene Colan. That's not it.
Gene Simmons. No.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's Gene Simmons. Yeah. Or maybe Gene Wilder. Okay, Book of the New Sun. So book series Gene Wolfe.
Gene Wolfe.
So, and that's kind of, in a lot of ways, that's like, if people are curious to like where Warhammer 40K got a lot of ideas from, yeah, that's one of the places they stole some good stuff from.
Yeah.
So I'd like to say that, I'm taken from the best, but let's face it, I'm basically doing Thundar the Barbarian, uh, um, with a lot of my stuff. So it has that kind of a feel to it, and the first story deals with my character Danny, who Danny Chen. She is her given name is Sifeng, but nobody could pronounce that in the area that she's in, so she is Danny. And she is looking for her missing friend, Sari Autumnborn, in the city of Raven's Edge. And so she's attempting to find out what's going on and dealing with a slaver cult that's in the area, a group known as the Ruthless Goats. So she's after them, and these are some of the pages. So I have the prologue page, which this is like a spiritual successor to my Manifested comic that I did. She actually appears in that comic. I've changed things up a little bit from that. You don't need to read it. It's I kind of give the backstory of like where she's from and stuff at the very beginning. That kind of says that she's an escaped gladiator with two others, and
Yeah.
they're dealing with one of the emperor's chosen, a guy named Centurion, and yeah, it was a bit of a fight. Then I have my Broken World stuff. Oh, the color is slightly different when I do flashbacks and things. I make it kind of brighter, and then the present day is darker with how I kind of do it. And so I got the Broken World here, and then Raven's Edge. I did like a skyline shot of it. And each episode is like there's multiple chapters through each book. It's not like, the first issue is chapter 1. No, the first issue has a few different chapters. So then I included a preview page for something that is yet to come in the story arc. To kind of show, and well, I got to draw a big pumpkin kaiju thing, so that was fun. I might actually change his arms to be a bit more orange, like the rest of the pumpkin, but So these are basically a few of the pages that kind of show what's going on. I give you the first 3 preview pages because I actually have up to the 3rd issue laid out.
Nice.
The other thing I'm offering is a version of the book that is textured and beat up like it came from the 70s and stuff like that, because I love the aesthetic of the Bronze Age of comics.
All right.
And so I made it look stained and things like that. Like you look here, there's like a big coffee stain or something that's like right on the cover. Or if you look at this cover, it's not there. There's still a little bit of grime to it, but that's just kind of the way it is. But yeah, so we have
the whole
that.
book will be.
Yeah, so you can get a version of it that has like these stains through, and I have like folds and creases and other such things that go through it. My other piece that I'm doing is a map of the world. I'm in the process of inking this, and I have to get a scan still. But this is the area where everything takes place in. And it's the D&D lover in me. I really wanted a cloth map, so I figured I'd offer it as an add-on. So, it's the most expensive piece in it, because getting a cloth map made is a lot more expensive than getting a comic book made.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you can always back it without getting anything. For $5, you get it in digital. And for $7, you get it digitally gritty. Grim and Gritty. So I'll give you the beat up copy digital for that. The full version is $10, and I include a digital copy of it with it. Let's see. Also for $10, you can get the Fat Cat Funny version, where my friend Ian Chase Nichols does a cover. He's an artist on the Tick, his own books, Acts of Helena and Undersea Hero. He's also done some stuff with Turtles and a whole slew of other covers and things.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with. I need to torment him more. And I include a digital copy. Basically, I include a digital copy with pretty much everything.
Right.
And the you can also get the full of grit and fully real. So I'll do the gritty version of it. I'll include a digital copy of the regular and a digital gritty copy. So I don't really have stretch goals because I have to worry about how much money I can make because, well, as a lot of you know, I'm disabled and I can only make so much on Social Security. So unfortunately, I have to be very cautious of that. But that's the campaign in a nutshell of what's going on. I'd love for more people to grab it and enjoy it. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
So the scope of it is that it will be ongoing?
Yes, I want to do is ongoing. That is my overall thought process of it. Well, one of the other reasons why I'm doing this, so I can pay Peter to ink a different piece that I'm going to be working on for a online sword and sorcery magazine. So back it to support him too.
That's right. You finance this project and you get two, in a sense.
Yeah. You'll get Broken Shackles, which is well, it's our sword and sorcery book. That's like my love letter to like Red Sonja and stuff like that.
Awesome.
It's in a similar world. I mean, it'll be more sword and sorcery than what this is because I don't think I'll really be getting into the weird tech and stuff. I mean, I might be able to, but I'd have to talk with the owner of the online magazine about that, about doing that stuff. Happens to be a good friend of mine, but hey,
yeah.
And there is a little movie for it that I made too. So I will click the play button and we'll see what happens. There we go. I don't know if that played through this.
Yeah. Well, we heard it.
We heard it, then it should be good. So I definitely heard it, but then again, it's coming through my speakers. But I was pretty sure I had it set right because I've seen that happen on a few occasions. But it's a fairly simple Kickstarter. I'm mainly just trying to promote the comic. I don't really have any tchotchkes or anything else. It's just basically the comic. I have one add-on because I think it's cool. It has nothing to do with the fact I'm a bit of a D&D player and I like that stuff. Actually, something that I can do. Where is it? Bag's over there. Hang on.
Okay.
I made a couple of minor adjustments to the map, but nothing big. I actually have it.
Is there a rating for your comic?
Let's say it's. I like to think of it as a young adult novel in that sense.
Okay.
So, tweens to teens, I think adults would enjoy it, but it's not for little kids. I have a high amount of violence in it, and I do deal with certain things that are of a rather dark nature, like slavery is a thing that's in the world and stuff like that. It has a very strong sword and sorcery vibe to it, so that definitely comes up. But I read a lot of novels, so I'd probably consider it like a young adult novel. But this is the size of the map. don't know if you want to embiggen me.
Yeah. Very cool. Oh, big on you. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm new here. Don't worry.
just click on my avatar,
Yep.
and there you go. Yep.
Yep. There
See
you go.
how big this is, and this will be about how big the cloth map is too. So I got to go through and ink it, but it's the last thing that I intend to do. I want to get the comic done. So I got a lot of it done already. I got a few more pages to work out, and I'm just coloring it. So, but on that, it's pretty much good to go. And I actually have issue 2 mostly done. So that'll be good. I need to step away for a second. I need to use the little girl's room, so I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop these. Why do I always show up as Randy?
Yeah.
Every time.
Well, you gotta change it.
Yeah, I did.
In the settings.
Yep. I'll be right back.
There you go. All right. Well, there you go, folks. The Last Sentinel. The like I said before, the link is in the description. Got 22 days left from the Kickstarter page. You can see that. Yeah, I really hope it's successful and we can get this book into your hands, and that I'll be working on Alison's next project. And super excited about that. Just a couple seconds on me, I guess. This is designated issue 2. This is page 11. This is actually the last page I'm working on. And I'll get this done today, tomorrow, depending on what happens later today for me. Yeah, I'm about to wrap this up, and Mark Torres, the writer-creator, will be setting up the crowdfunder for issue 2. You can still order issue 1, and when he sets up issue 2 crowdfunder, you get them both. Basically, be able to get them both. I just noticed something. But hey, it's Apex. Speaking of Apex, also below in the description box is a link for FemBet, which is Brett's project. Brett, otherwise known as Apex. Yeah, he's trying to finance that, and I'll be inking some pages for that project as well. So go check that out too. Hope everybody watching is having a good Saturday.
It's Apex.
There you go.
Always great to see Apex.
Yeah. I got his link down below too. He's got a campaign going, which
he's got it over on Fund My Comic. I'll probably be putting this over like I was on an in-demand over on Fund My Comic when I'm done.
Yeah.
I just went with Kickstarter for the initial kind of launch thing, but I have every intention of putting it up there and using that as kind of a way to additional ways to get it, and then I'll have it up on my you'll be able to get like the digital copies through my Gumroad and things like that, which you can actually get the manifested issue 1 through there if you want to see kind of the backstory to like where this is coming from. I did it back in 2000. Actually, John, give us my card. Yep, the one I gave you. That right there. That's yep. But yeah, this is the manifested issue 1, which people really want the original, the version of this. It could probably make it happen, but Danny first appears here, and that's her right there. along with the 2 other gladiators that she escapes with. She shows up at the end of the book. There's not much difference to it, though. Pretty much you get what's going on, but you do get a few of the other characters that will be showing up in the book as I go. I've made a bunch of changes to the world and things like that, and just how I'm doing things with it. But yeah, if you want it, this could probably make it happen. So I put out books before. Definitely
Nice.
gonna get fulfilled.
Do you have the link to your Gumroad?
Yep, I'll pop it up.
People-
Give me 1 sec. If anybody wants to get it, they can get a digital copy through there. If somebody wants to message me or something, I could probably get them a physical copy if they want one.
Cool.
I don't have a ton left. Okay. I think it's $5. And you can get it there. Yep, it's $5. Looking for if there's a share link or if I just grab the whole thing and copy it. Yeah, let's grab the whole thing and copy it. All right. Join chat. That's a new button.
Yeah.
I'll worry about that later. I'm not used to doing this as the guest mode, though.
Right.
Okay, you gotta copy the whole freaking link because it's huge.
Yep. I got it.
All right, cool. Actually, let me click that. Don't die on me, John. Then my friend John is sitting next to me, so this might actually.
Welcome, John.
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard him. He said thanks.
Trying to search the link and I can't.
I heard.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Okay.
So hopefully that link works. Get you there.
Yeah, if you can get the whole thing, that as long as you get the whole thing, it should be fine. Yeah, that looks like the whole thing. So.
Yeah. I memorized it and typed it out.
You're that good. I'm impressed. Very impressed. I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna end up breaking things. All right. But yeah, so that's basically the campaign in a nutshell. Something else I could show.
You know, with the map, a lot of fantasy artists and people, they do what's it called? Placemats.
Yeah, I was actually debating on doing something like that. So my big thing is, there was a video game that came out years ago. It was, I believe it was one of the early Ultima games, and it came with like a cloth map. I'm like, I really want it. And then Ultima Online, which was like one of the first big MMOs, that had one too. And I'm like, this is really cool. But the thing that really did it was the Dark Sun box set, which Dark Sun is a huge influence in a lot of my running for D&D and things like that. It had a cloth map of the world, and I'm like, if I ever do something, I want one of these. I want to do one of these. But yeah, no, I completely agree. I have a few ideas of things that I want to do as I move my paints around. That I'll probably do eventually. Where is it? I have a few of them around someplace. Basically, I have people use them for play mats for like RPG for card games and stuff. And I'd love to do one as that too. Get that out there. Somebody didn't listen to me when I said mute it. Right there. Okay, you got it. There we go.
I believe I found it.
I told you, it's Peter Retro Palmiotti. It's not.
I couldn't spell his last name. I couldn't remember his last name.
Oh yeah, his last name is a pain in the ass.
It's easy to me.
I wonder why.
Apex says, looking forward to retro. Hit me up on Instagram if you need assists on pencils or backgrounds. Well, with retro, 100% doing everything. So
Well, it's kind of like the last Sentinel in a similar thing. Shadow Punk's here. Hey, how's it going?
yeah, look in the house.
Oh, did you get
Thanks for
the
sharing out the campaign, Shadowpunk.
excellent? I
He's
thought
shared out your
the stuff. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, I got something else I can show. To show some of the level I'm at here. No, that's not it. That's it. Where's it? Want to click on that?
All right, 1 second. I just put the link
There we go.
for the Sentinel on Kickstarter. If you
this is a issue 2, which I'm actively working on as well. So I want to make it.
She would never trip over that cape.
No, never. I completely admit that, people like Todd McFarlane and Kelly Jones, they had no influence on my cape drawing. A little bit clearer. I have a gradient map over the whole thing. I do. Okay, yeah, I literally have a folder set up that's all my trade dress. So I have it in a template that I load up and it pops everything in for me, and I just have to change the number.
There you go.
Oh,
so Shadowpunk to the last Sentinel looks awesome. The artwork kind of reminds me of Kevin O'Neill.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Surprisingly, one of my other big references for this, you can kind of see this. I mean, when I first started doing it, I really kind of embraced my manga side of me. But as I'm kind of going forward with it, things are changing a bit. Like I'm doing I kind of went back to some of my roots of a lot of my early influences. One of them being Eastman and Laird. But this is the work in progress for issue 3's cover.
Sweet. There's definitely more blood on that.
Yeah, well, I have a tendency of... Oh, manga's not the first thing you thought of. Interesting. I find that cool. Where is it? Yeah. That's the page I'm working on.
Definitely. And the films.
Yeah, I kind of thought with this, I mean, this is definitely manga-esque with the way I did the hair and stuff like that, but I noticed as of like progressing, things have kind of changed a bit with my art with it, which I don't think is a bad thing. So, kind of went more with the strokey stuff, but also I made a file that lets me replicate duotone, and I've been having a blast with that. Like a lot of this stuff is you can see it here. Like I have this basically your typical kind of zipatone kind of look into it. This cover has it in a lot of places, like a zipatone look, and that's not changing with the first issue at all. The second issue I haven't toned yet, but I'm going to be using my duotone setup for everything kind of going forward. But yeah, I literally have a file in here that if I go onto it, like right here, say, and I erase out, like right there.
Right.
It gets you kind of that first look, and then I go here and I can give it the crosshatch look.
Yeah.
And it's just so much fun. Yeah, Frank Miller is definitely that. Yeah, I basically went back to a lot of my influences. And Frank Miller he's always been a huge influence on me. I mean, his Daredevil stuff was great, but the thing that really got me into Frank Miller was The Dark Knight Returns, and Ronin, especially Ronin, because
I
that's about
love
around the time that he found Lone Wolf and Cub, and that manga blew my mind. And yeah, I completely agree. Zipatone is an addiction, Shadowhook. I completely agree with it. It's just freaking crazy.
especially if it's easy to do, like as opposed
Yeah.
to in the old days when you had to cut it out and everything.
Oh, don't remind me. I have a bunch of it over there. I got my X-Acto knife, my cutting board, and everything. I'm ready to go. We'll Zipatone it up. And I just don't bother anymore. Now I scan it and do it, but I always wanted the duo shade stuff, the duotone/duo shade stuff, but I couldn't afford it when I was a kid. Probably a good thing because the stuff's like highly toxic.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
it's
I
one of the
did some of
reasons
that stuff back in the day.
I don't recognize the band that pulled in. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so it's like, highly toxic, and that's a thing. But yeah, I definitely went for the like Ninja Turtle-esque Frank Miller kind of pose with this stuff. Oh, Sean. Okay. Sorry, I can see like everything where I currently live. I like peer out the window, I can see stuff, and if I see cars that pull in that I don't immediately recognize, I'm kind of like, wait a minute, what's that? So I might be a little paranoid.
As they say, even paranoids have enemies.
Yeah, just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get me. But yeah, so the duo shade look or duotone, I think they're both technically right. I think duotone was the name of the product. Duo shade was the chemicals they used, or it might have been a different company. It's been a long time since 1984. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I think Duo Shade was the chemical stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think duotone was
I did it a couple of times, but it was fun. It's like you just use a brush with water and it shows up.
Yeah, you have the chemical reaction that shows up. Yeah, over observant this week for working from home. Yeah, I can definitely respect that. And
that's why I have my window blocked. Like there's a window to the right of me, but I have it completely blocked. Before that, it's like people would walk by and I'd see it through my side vision and I'd be like totally distracted by everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also I completely admit it that it's just like since I'm at home like all day, I get bored and I'm constantly looking out the window. It's like, and this is a prototype that I have going on for the issue 4 cover because I just had an idea for it.
Right.
But I'm not really going that far. I was still working out the design and stuff. I got to change out balloon pants down over here a bit. So he's got like his parachute pants. I got to fix that. But yeah, so that's something I'm loosely working on. But I can go back to other stuff first.
Yeah.
But yeah, issue 1 is just about done. I got issue 2 laid out mostly in thumbnails, and I did up the cover so it would, get that out of the way. And I have a preview of it. The back cover of the book actually is the cover, so.
Okay. How many pages is the story?
It's approximately 24 pages. It might go a little bit longer depending on how I finagle some stuff out. I possibly could go up to 36. I said I have everything laid out, and I'm still working out a couple of pages. Right now, I need a break from just sketching, so I'm working on the coloring work. I hope I didn't just close the page I wanted to. Nope, I didn't. Okay, good. Oh, I love the kick. Thank you very much. That was super fun to draw. Yeah, I love martial arts stuff. I mean, when people ask me about the character and who she's influenced by, I kind of jokingly, in some ways, say she's a cross between Raven and Iron Fist. Because she's definitely got like the Iron Fist punch power type thing that she can do, but she can do it more than just punching once, and that's it. It's one of the things that make her the last Sentinel. That they were, I also sometimes call them more martial artist Jedi. Or if anybody's read the novels, the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, that was another like big influence on me. There's another book series that influenced me heavily, which is called the Nevernight Chronicles. And I heavily recommend those too. Oh, so that's all stuff that if you're interested in some of the places where I get ideas from, those are places. Um, and my coloring for it is actually heavily inspired by colorists for D-Dubs, Daniel Warren Johnson, Mike Spicer's stuff. It's like this simple but fun style that it has a very retro feel, which is what I'm kind of interested in. Again, a lot of this is a love letter to the Bronze Age of comics. Like even the way I do, like the intro prologue is like something right out of like the 70s, the way I wrote it. So like that type of stuff. It's fun. It's a fun book. You take it seriously to the extent of it's an action series, and you kind of go from there with it. But I mean, I'm not trying to make the next Mouse or anything like that. I'm just trying to have fun. Who the hell keeps? Whoa! I didn't want to do that. No, go away.
How rude, making a phone call during an interview.
I wasn't making a phone call. I hit a YouTube video. It's far worse.
This show is boring. I'll watch another one.
I'll watch a different video. There we go. Yeah, because that's me. I'm that bitch at work who just doesn't pay attention when she's on stream. I shouldn't say that out loud. Damn it. I even have a color palette that I made for everything on this too, so I'm happy with that. I have a cross between a 70s-esque, Silver Age-esque color palette with my own version in there too, so. What are you saying?
So I'm curious. You mentioned Ronin. I love Ronin.
Yeah, Ronin is one of my favorite books.
So what do you think you're taking from Ronin itself and bringing to your comic?
Some of the coloring aspects of it, that I think Lynn Varney did the coloring for it, if I remember correctly.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I know she was doing a lot of Miller stuff at the time, and I mean, I know she did Dark Knight and things like that. So, but that's definitely something, and like his storytelling of kind of how he did it, like that really inspired me. And I mean, Ronin is a love letter to Lone Wolf and Cub, so I would definitely say that that's an influence from me is Lone Wolf and Cub. It's just such a great manga. Like if you haven't read it, it's completely worth it. It's gets really dark at times, but then again, it's a Sengoku era. Actually, it might be Tokugawa era. Yeah, it has the Yagyu in it, so I think that makes it Tokugawa. Not to double check my ninja clans of when they were, what ones were active, but I think he was the High Executioner for the Shogun, so that would put it in Tokugawa era. But either way, it's a super fun book, and that I like that kind of feel to things, and the like going from there, like Eastman and Laird were heavily influenced by Daredevil and Ronin. Especially Daredevil. I mean, the entire origin of the Turtles is a ripoff of Daredevil. So yeah, it's super fun and means a lot. So, but yeah, so I'm that's probably the places where I get a lot of my influence from. It's not getting the right color. Gotta find out where I did that. There we go. Yeah, that's the stuff. going in this close and doodling stuff out, I probably don't need to, but the hell with it.
No. So, many probably don't know, but I inked a test page for somebody recently.
You did.
And this is my overall rant. This is the third time I inked over digital pencils, and if you're a penciler and you're hiring an inker, especially somebody traditional like me, you should totally be aware that you shouldn't be penciling digitally for a traditional inker if you have no sense of size.
Yep.
Because a lot of the detail within that page that I inked traditionally was super tiny. And I was like, well, I'm just, mucking it up compared to how it looks, but they probably zoomed in while they were penciling. It's like there's no way in hell I'm going to ink it anywhere close to what it looks like.
Yeah, these are like this stuff. This is 11 by 17.
Right.
I zoom in for some of my stuff, but this is an 11 by 17 board, effectively, that's done out as digital. And with Broken Shackles, I'm under the sink. With Broken Shackles, there's I'm drawing that traditionally, mainly because I have an awesome inker. So
there you
go. I figured I'll just scan it and clean it up a bit and send it to you. So actually got some of the pages for that too. Bathroom. My friend John's looking.
Yeah.
Bear with me here.
Yeah, if you want to show.
Nope, no, I told him where it was. We're good. Give me a second, and I can pull out some pages. Oh, actually, I think I have them over here. I do. I have them right here. I don't even have to move that much art stuff around.
All right, your lodge.
I got him embiggened again.
Yep.
In my stream.
There
Oh yeah, if I ever do my science fiction comic.
you go.
Oh, that's something else I like. When I try to do my backgrounds and everything, I try to make them like insanely detailed. And then I have my characters, which are, more cartoony, much more stylized and stuff.
Yeah.
This is all a later issue of the Last Sentinel things that I was laying out. Okay, there we go. All right. So, but that's the cover.
Cool.
And I got page 1, which
nice.
I got commented by Jim Valentino on the background drawings for this stuff. He loved them. He's like, those backgrounds are cool, and I'm like, thanks.
Those backgrounds are better than I do.
It's always cool when I get one of the image founders to like compliment my work, because I've had him do it. I've had Eric Larson do it. So, and
nice
page.
Right.
So, but yeah, so that's Broken Shackles.
And you mentioned, yeah, you mentioned you want me to ink it like Ernie Chanish.
Yes, yeah, we definitely want it to be kind of an Ernie Chan stuff, because I'm basically when I'm doing my shading work and stuff, I'm definitely using Buscema as a guide, because John Buscema, Conan is just amazing, especially the Savage Sword stuff. Also, that will entirely be in black and white. I'm not doing that in color at all. That's gonna be a black. The covers will be in color, but that's it. It'll be a black and white book other than that. And I'll go through and I'll probably use the duotone stuff that I made, my digital duotone stuff. I'll use that for it to shade it in addition, because again, I really love that look.
Yeah.
I'm feeling big and. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah.
So much better. No, it's big.
Just a side. A side note, Conan. So there's a new Savage Sword of Conan. It might be Titan Books. I forget. Ian Sharp is doing a 12-page story. Then he's going to be doing a full issue.
Well, that's badass.
Yeah,
Ian Sharp is freaking amazing.
He's phenomenal. And I saw he showed off a Conan piece. Not sure if when he did it, but recently on Facebook. And he's also got a Substack. But it's like a full 11x17, top to bottom, left to right, just full of detail. It's insane. Look gorgeous.
I have to check that out. I mean,
it's like
love this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love his black and white specifically. His color work, it's fine, but it's his black and white work that does it.
We got a kaiju. We got a little kaiju. That's my kaiju.
Oh, baby.
He's my kitten. He's the new kitten. He's gonna try to steal it before I know it.
It's so adorable.
He is, and he knows it. But yeah, no, he jumped in. So. Did that get in my line art somehow? Oh, that
reminds me of my panda bear, which basically looked like her. So
yeah, Kaiju's the best. I love him. And he's scratching Jump. Well, actually, he's trying to climb up Jump's leg.
No problem.
So nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, blood is no issue.
Yeah, this everybody needs to bleed a little bit. You bleed for love.
Yeah.
I figured I probably should make the antlers a slightly different color on this shield because otherwise they'll just blend in. And I took the time to draw the freaking things. So
Right.
I already got them textured too, so that kind of works. Let's see. Do I have the damage on this already? I do. No, it's not as pronounced yet, but I have some of the damage on the page, so I can make it look damaged. I'll be adding a little bit more. Every page will be textured and broken looking if you want that level of backing. I'm not really seeing anybody do that. I mean, I've definitely seen some people like putting stuff online with that kind of an effect on it, but I haven't seen anybody like really doing a book with it. So I'm like, I'm doing a book.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people do like, here's the black and white version, like the line art version.
Yeah, I should probably. Well, I probably am going to do a line art version of it at some point with the tone and textures, but I want to do basically a manga tankobon with it. So when I get like a few of them together, I'll release a tankobon of it all. If that makes sense.
Is that like a?
That's a trade paperback, basically. Graphic novel thing.
Yeah.
But you'll read it right to left and not left to right because I'm not reformatting all of the dialogue or the panels or anything like that. There's no. I love manga. I understand that in Japan, that's how they do them because they need to do them that way because that's their reading order. And I like the fact they translate them that way because it doesn't cause the pages to be mirrored or anything like that, like they used to do. That kind of annoyed the crap out of me.
Well, Dark Horse usually did a good job with translations.
Yeah, Dark Horse did really good. They
worked on it.
yeah, they worked on it, especially with Blade of the Immortal. That's another big influence on me.
I love that. Yeah, I love that book.
That manga is amazing. I have every issue of the Dark Horse run of that, like the floppies. And that's just such a great book.
I never read it. Like I didn't see it in sequence because I picked up random issues and
yeah,
it was hard to get back then and blah blah blah. So I don't know if there's a trade or an omnibus or something.
There is. Yep,
yeah.
They actually released them in like giant takabombs, like you can get Attack on Titan that way, and other ones that other
smaller.
I don't think it's that much smaller. I think it's still like Berserk. They did it as like a full size thing.
Because I hate anything that's smaller. yeah.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. That's
I once pledged to a Kickstarter that was like it was their first trade, and I didn't read well enough or whatever, and when I got it, it was small. I was like, oh god damn it.
It's like, darn it, they're doing it like a little thing. That's not fun. Yeah, you want the trade to be like floppy size or something, right? Like
I mean, because they didn't plan for it to be smaller originally. It's like so everything's tinier, and my eyes aren't, like they used to be. So it's like I don't.
Yeah, we're getting.
I can't see the detail. I can't read the letters. I can't,
We're all getting old, is what Peter's trying to say. Even John's like, yep, yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah,
we're
I
all
have no
old
idea
here.
what you're talking about. It's completely alien speech to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm the youngest one here, so yeah, and I'm closing in on the 50.
Uh-oh.
I don't mean the blue. But not quite there yet.
Unless you're talking the age police, but yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely there. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, that's that's the last Sentinel in a nutshell, so I'm fairly happy with it. Oh, I didn't do that. God damn it.
You got plenty of time to get the book financed. You said you're going to be doing any shows. You want to promote any shows you're going to be on?
Well, I'll be on Grant Lankard's show on Monday. Oh God, I forget the link for it. I gotta look him up. I'll be on his show Monday at like 9 p.m. Eastern.
What's his show called?
Yeah, that's a good question. Give me. I will find out because I think he sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on it before, so it's like a penciling or something. Let's find
penciling.
Yeah. Grant Draws. That's the show. Yeah, Grant Draws. And I'll be on his show on Monday at 9 p.m. Get the link to his channel. Yeah, Grant Lankard is his channel name and the looks of it. Yeah, I know I've been on this before, I think like a year ago or so. Might have actually been working on some of this stuff then too. And I'll stick it in the private chat. This is his channel in general, so give him a sub. definitely fun stuff. Highly recommend it.
Grant's channel.
That works.
And you'll be on Ian's show at some point.
Yes, before the end of the month, I'll be on Ian Chase Nichols' show, which I believe is also just his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He'll either be working on his book Undersea Hero, which he's trying to finish up his Kickstarter for, so he can actually get the book out, and or he'll be doing the cover for this. I'm not sure what he's going to do. I actually have a blank cover for his Undersea Hero like 0 issue or something that I might actually draw Undersea Hero on his show, especially if he can. If he ends up drawing Danny on mine, just the Last Sentinel.
Right.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
We trade off on who we're drawing. As I actually prefer to draw traditionally than digitally. I'll admit digital is faster in some ways, but I don't know. I like the feeling of pencil to paper better than digital stuff. So
Right. I do too.
Also, I'm just used to the pencil and paper.
That's fair.
Do you have any plan to be on what is it called nowadays? Indie
Comics Network?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm a part of the Indie Comics Network. I know Nita.
But on
I don't know if I'm going to be on any of the others. I'm actually really bad at this. I didn't really heavily advertise myself with a lot of this stuff. I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to kind of go through and do this and see where things go. I mean, I was smart enough to get Laurie Calcaterra when I launched to have her on my show. She's got 5 or 6 starters. And to have her around because she's amazing. And
she's always active and yeah.
And she's got her finger to the community and everything, but I'll admit I'm terrible at this stuff, trying to self-promote my own thing. I have no problem promoting other people's stuff, but I'm terrible at promoting my own stuff. Lucky I have friends like you. So, and Lori.
Well, I'm glad to help. And mostly I want to see this succeed so we can work on our project.
Yep. Same.
But I do want to, I'm getting my copy of this, The Last Sentinel. So
you put in for it. I saw.
Yep.
Super happy about that.
Definitely.
I'm also making another cardinal sin. I'm not trying to close every tiny little gap because I want it to look old. So, but the colors, I'm getting the vast majority.
Right.
Might be a tiny gap here and there, and I'm not pixel bitching with it. Is the best way to put it because I want it to look old in some ways.
Yeah. Now there's a charm to it. I mean,
I have secondary paper texture built into it too, potentially. I haven't decided if I'm going to use it, but if you look at, it looks kind of crinkly and old with it, but I haven't decided fully if I want to use it or not. So I want to make sure I'm not going too far.
Yeah, it's I've had plenty of people tell me how I should approach coloring on my book. It's influenced by what I grew up with, but it's not going to be. I'm not going to age it. I'm not going to,
Yeah. Yeah, I just want it to look like an old sword and sorcery kind of comic, an old comic book, that type of thing, because it's stuff I love.
Yeah.
Kev's trying to pull the fan down upon himself.
He's done that before. He will figure out that's a bad idea. Oh yes, I've also included a few other little treasures that don't add to the page. They're not considered part of the page count. I just kind of stuck them in. But stuff like this you will come across in the book.
Eh,
As I said, used for archival purposes, so I can get around it. But yes, I put old stupid advertisements from like the 1970s and 80s into the book. Again, they don't mess with the page count. Like when I say it's 24 pages or so, you will be getting 24 pages of story. It just I added in other stupid things because I think it's fun. And that's what I like. So, and there's another one I put in.
Nice.
But yeah, so I went and I dug up a bunch of them, and some of them aren't like in the best, quality, but I don't care. So,
That's fits with the vibe.
yep. Like, this is one of the finished pages. Again, this is a flashback page, so I made the colors a bit brighter.
Yeah. Very nice.
But yeah, so it's fun with the stuff I did with it. I might make a couple of minor adjustments to it, but nothing major. For the most part, the page is done. Like you can see the fight sequence, like right here. I mean, I use that right in the campaign on it.
Yeah.
Actually, this page I think somewhat appears in the video. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's
like
one of the
Kill Bill.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tarantino definitely has influenced my writing style.
Yeah.
My Zatoichi character that I have, I think Daphne was reading it, and she's like, "This thing reads like Quentin Tarantino wrote it," and I'm like, "Yes, that's what I was going for."
He's a great writer.
He writes the best dialogue. Like I can hope to get dialogue that good. Like my dialogue in this, I think, is pretty cheesy, but I'm kind of aiming at that. So
cheesy works.
So that's what matters to me. Oh, but yeah. So that's
all right. Cool.
Nutshell.
That's the campaign.
Yep, that's it.
Well, I hope that you definitely succeed because I want to see more and more issues of this book come out.
Yeah, and our stuff.
Yep, and our stuff.
Definitely got to get our stuff.
We'll be promoting all around the world.
Yep, we will get that going.
Yep. So, any last words?
Back my book. It'll do you good. I think it'll make you happy. It'll definitely make you happy.
There you go. And so the link is in the chat, and it's also down below in the description box.
Happiness or sure.
Go back it. Go share it with your friends. Tell your mom.
Follow me on Kickstarter and all the other social stuff that I'm on, like on Facebook. I don't really use what was that thing called? The X-rated. I don't really use that one. I try to stay away from adult material. But yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
X. It was Twitter. Now it's X.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Elon Musk bought it, then he renamed it to X instead of Twitter. And
it's just, I call it Twitter.
Yeah, it is as far as I'm concerned.
Shows you how socially evolved I am.
Yeah, you're on Facebook. That's not. I'm on Instagram as Alleycat Comics. You can find Alleycat Comics and Alison McGlone on Facebook. You can find me on
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube with my own one, Alison McGlone, or I'm also part of the Indie Comics Network, so you can find me on there. And I do. I try to stream Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern time, but as I said, I've been mostly focusing on the book, and as I said, I have a disability, so it can take my energy out of me. So I've been lax in my streaming lately, but I want to get back into doing it because I was doing some really fun stuff with the like just drawing characters. Like I did a Crow piece, I did Ninja Turtles on one of those streams. I did Wolverine, I did Jubilee, Cable, like just
Yeah.
sketching out characters and just having fun with it and chatting. It's like, an hour and a half, 2 hours is usually what I try to stream for. Just sketching things out and having a good time. As my friend Tyler would say, a silly goose time.
Yep.
So that's kind of the thought process about it. But yeah, no, I'm hoping that people can enjoy the book and have fun with it, and back it, give it a read. I think it'll be fun.
Excellent.
But yeah, that should be
All right, so I guess I'll close this out. Everybody, you already know where you can follow me, which is everywhere. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like this video so more people see it, and share it out as well.
Definitely. Like, share, subscribe, and back our books, because we deserve it. Both of us
Support
have
indie creators. All right, until next time, folks.
Yeah, see you guys later.
See you in the funny papers.
Yep. We're definitely on